If you want to learn something about God, shut your mouth and listen to me for a minute.
Many children healed. We've seen midgets grow. We've seen arms and legs that stop growing because the growth cells have stopped. Manda da basata. I don't make this stuff up.
Behold, the atheist's nightmare.
That's the power of the Holy Ghost!
Why do they teach every other theory in science except creation?
Warlocks are enemies of God.
No one's ever going to convince me that the Word of God is not true.
You know, if you put Jesus Christ first, that he'll look after all your bills.
And so the devil said, okay, it's a deal.
And if you want to tell me how to live my life, it better line up with the Word of God or shut your mouth.
I'm loaded. I'm pregnant with miracles.
What do you believe?
Send us the cash.
Welcome to the Bible Dumb Podcast. This is the podcast two atheists read the Bible from Genesis to Revelations. I'm Davey Hell.
I'm Josie Hill.
We're back for another episode of Bible Time. And last time on the Bible Dumb Podcast,
We had some TikTok dancing.
yeah. King David, did a TikTok dance. His wife got mad.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't like it. Embarrassed the crap out of her.
Yeah.
She said, but when she complained, God struck her barren. Something like that.
Yeah. What else happened?
Jonathan's kid was lame. David hated the
Mm.
lame people, but he wanted to do something nice, so he was nice to Jonathan's kid.
All right. Good enough.
Something like that. What did he do for him? He just made him like leader of the household?
Yeah. I don't know.
Can't remember. Samuel.
It's kind of like what's his name from Song of Ice and Fire?
Ah, Brandon.
Brandon. Yeah.
King Bran. According
Bran.
to the show, he was King Bran. But,
Yeah.
I'm a purist. I'm a
Hopefully that's not
Song
the-
of Ice and Fire purist. If George didn't write it, it didn't happen.
Hopefully it doesn't happen.
Yeah, at least not that the way it happened in the
Yeah.
show. All right, it says Mephibosheth, that's Jonathan's kid,
Okay.
he was able to eat at the king's table. That was the...
Oh, oh, how kind.
Speaking of kings, I'm fucking sick of all of this. Christ is king. He is risen. Don't forget the reason for the season.
Well, he's risen as Easter time.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't like these stupid phrases.
What does that mean? He is king.
Like he's supposed to be the king of
Is he?
the Jews?
I don't know. Does he?
Something like that? I don't know.
I
We haven't
mean,
gotten there yet.
I haven't
but...
gotten there yet, but I've never heard of that part.
Well, that's just it. Like,
Are they just making it up?
to me, it's like antithetical to Christianity, or at least what I know about Jesus. Like, to be like, Christ is king. He's the reason for the season. It's like, I think he would much prefer you to, like, have a sign that says, like, mercy and compassion for all. Love your neighbor. Forgive your enemies. Help the needy. Like, that's what the signs should say. Not this fucking culty bullshit that's just, like, asserting their, I don't know, religious dominance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes me mad. He ain't the reason for my season. Not my president.
Oh, my king.
All right. Chapter 10. And it came to pass after this that the king of the children of Ammon died, and Hanun, yeah, Ammon. Who is Ammon? He must be like a Philistine king. That's what I'm guessing. And Hanun, his son, reigned in his stead. Then said David,
I will show kindness unto Hanun, the son of Nahash, and his father, as his father showed kindness unto me.
and David sent comfort him by the hand of his servants for his father. And David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon. I'm quickly trying to scan these previous chapters Okay, here we go. Ammon. Of Syria and of Moab and of the children of Ammon and of the Philistines and of Amalek and of the spoil of Hadazer, son of Rehob, king of Zobah. That's not a complete sentence.
No, I'm trying to figure out what you're reading to me.
I'm just scanning back trying to figure out who Ammon is.
I don't know.
He was mentioned.
Very good, very good.
Do we not care?
No, we don't care.
Okay, we're going to blast through it.
Let's go.
And he sent comfort to him by the hand of his servants for his father. And David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon. And the princes of the children of Ammon said unto Hanun their lord, Thinkest thou that David doth honor thy father, that he hath sent comforters unto thee? Hath not David rather sent his servants unto thee to search the city, and to spy it out, and to overthrow it? Wherefore Hanun took David's servants, and shaved off the one half of their beards.
That's gonna look weird.
Yeah. And cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away.
Jeez.
He pantsed them.
Didn't even pants them, just middled them.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, how do you cut off the middle of someone's clothes? Just like horizontally or vertically?
No.
Do they just have like sleeves on?
I don't know. I just envisioned they've got a crop top on, and then they also cut out the butt.
And then they just got like pant legs?
They got half a beard.
Oh, that's going to make a weird AI image for this episode. Okay. When they told it unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, Tarry unto Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return. David's like, would you go far away from me until you look normal again, then you can come back. And when the children of Ammon saw that they stank before David, the children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians of Beth-Rehob and the Syrians of Zobah, 20,000 footmen, and of King Maacah, 1,000 men, and of Ishtob, 12,000 men. When they saw they stank before David, we really get some weird turns of phrase every now and again.
Maybe that just means they disgusted him.
Yeah, I guess. And when David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the host of the mighty men. And the children of Ammon came out and put the battle in array at the entering in of the gate. And the Syrians of Zoab and of Rehob and Ishtob and Maacah were by themselves in the field. When Joab saw that the front of the battle was against him before and behind, he chose of all the choice men of Israel, and put them in array against the Syrians. And the rest of the people he delivered in the hand of Abishai his brother, that he might put them in array against the children of Ammon. And he said, If the Syrians be too strong for me, then thou shalt help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will come and help thee. Be of good courage, and let us play the men for our people, and for the cities of our God. And the Lord do that which seemeth him good. And Joab drew nigh, and the people that were with him, unto the battle against the Syrians, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, then fled they also before Abishai, and entered into the city. So Joab returned from the children of Ammon, and came to Jerusalem. And when the Syrians saw that they were smitten before Israel, they gathered themselves together. And Hadarazzer sent, and brought out the Syrians that were beyond the river. And they came to Hilam, and Shobach, the captain of the host of Hadarazzer, went before them. And when it was told David, he gathered all Israel together, and passed over Jordan, and came to Hilam. And the Syrians set themselves in array against David, and fought with him. And the Syrians fled before Israel, And David slew the men of 700 chariots of the Syrians, and 40,000 horsemen, and smote Shobach, the captain of their host, who died there. And when all the kings that were servants to Hadarazzer saw that they were smitten before Israel, they made peace with Israel, and served them. So the Syrians feared to help the children of Ammon any more.
Okay.
All right, got some battles. Israel's doing good. Chased out the Syrians. That's about all I got. Chapter 11. And it came to pass, after the year was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him, and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon, and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still in Jerusalem. And it came to pass in an eventide, that David arose from off his bed, and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself. Creep. And the woman was very beautiful to look upon. And David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, Is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? Uh-oh. We got some intrigue happening now. The king saw another man's wife who he found beautiful. Do you think he's going to be like, oh, she's taken? Okay. I respect her choices in partners, and I will move on to play the rest of the field.
I'm not sure it was her choice, but I don't think he's going to respect anybody.
And David sent messengers, and took her. And she came in unto him, and he lay with her, for she was purified from her uncleanness, and she returned unto her house. So he just kidnapped her, slept with her, and sent her back. And what was her uncleanness? Was they just saying she wasn't on her period? Or were they saying like she was unclean because she was with Uriah, the Hittite?
Yeah.
Okay. So he purified her with his magic sex, yeah.
But then he sent her back.
Yeah, why would he send her back?
I don't know.
And the woman conceived.
Uh-oh.
And sent and told David and said, I am with child. And David sent to Joab, saying,
Get the fuck out. Get her. Kill her.
Send me Uriah the Hittite.
And Joab sent Uriah to David. And when Uriah was come unto him, David demanded of him how Joab did, and how the people did, and how the war prospered. He's not even going to bring it up. He's going to be like, oh. He's going to send him to war to die.
He's just going to manipulate him.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, oh,
we're having some trouble
trouble. You want me to take your wife off your hands for you?
I'll take care of her while you go out to war. No worries. Don't worry. I got your back. Yeah. And David said to Uriah,
Go down to thy house and wash thy feet.
And Uriah departed out of the king's house, and there followed him a mess of meat from the king.
He's going to poison him.
But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his lord, and went not down to his house. And when they told David, saying, Uriah went not down unto his house, David said unto Uriah,
Camest thou not from thy journey? Why then didst thou not go down unto thine house?
And Uriah said unto David, The ark, and Israel, and Judah abide in tents. And my lord Joab and the servants of my lord are encamped in the open fields. Shall I then go into mine house to eat and to drink and to lie with my wife? As thou livest, and as thy soul liveth, I will not do this thing. All right, so he says everybody else is out.
Gosh, he's trying to be all honorable.
Yeah. He's like, I can't go home and just like bang my wife and eat my dinner while everybody else is out like at war. But what did it mean when David sent meat after him? Was it just a gift? Was he like bribing him?
Maybe, or poisoning him.
I don't think he was poisoning him.
He might have been poisoning him.
And David said to Uriah,
Tarry here today also, and tomorrow I will let thee depart.
So Uriah abode in Jerusalem that day and the morrow. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him, and he made him drunk. And at even he went out to lie on his bed with the servants of his lord, but went not down to his house. And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab, and sent it by the hand of Uriah. And he wrote in the letter, saying, Set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle, and retire ye from him, that he may be smitten and die.
Yeah.
All right, David shows his true colors. I mean, has he really done anything like this before?
I don't think
Like
so.
been like just
No.
a total prick and an asshole?
No, he's been generally like he keeps trying to make the right decision, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Also, since
I mean,
when,
he hasn't been perfect.
since
but-
when does he like girls?
Well, he's got like 500 wives
Yeah, but just
and children.
it just felt like a name, though. You know?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. And it came to pass when Joab observed the city that he assigned Uriah unto a place where he knew that valiant men were. And the men of the city went out and fought with Joab, and there fell some of the people of the servants of David. And Uriah the Hittite died also. Do you think God's going to be okay with this?
He does love David, right?
He does,
Honestly, I
but
don't
this
think
is
God.
like some pretty
I don't think
nasty
God's,
business.
It's pretty nasty. I don't think God's gonna even pay attention. Where's he been?
And also, what's a Hittite?
I don't know.
I guess it's not an Israeli or an
No.
Israelite.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so God won't give a shit.
He's
God
not paying
doesn't give a fuck
attention.
about it.
No.
Hittites. Okay. Then Joab sent and told David all the things concerning the war, and charged the messenger, saying, When thou hast made an end of telling the matters of the war unto the king, and if so be that the king's wrath arise, and he say unto thee, Wherefore approached ye so nigh unto the city when ye did fight? That's Joab's impression of David. Knew ye not that they would shoot from the wall? Who smote Abimelech, the son of Jerubbesheth? Did not a woman cast a piece of a millstone upon him from the wall, that he died in Thebez? Why went ye nigh the wall? Then say thou, Thy servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also. Okay, so he says,
What are we talking about?
he sent his messenger back to David, and he said, okay, so if David asks why we fucked this battle up and we lost, and like a bunch of people died, just tell him it was because we were trying to get rid of Uriah, and that Uriah is dead. So don't be mad at us. So the messenger went, and came and showed David all that Joab had sent him for. And the messenger said unto David, Surely the men prevailed against us, and came out unto us into the field, and we were upon them even unto entering of the gate. And the shooters shot from off the wall upon thy servants, and some of the king's servants be dead. And thy servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also. Then David said unto the messenger, Thus shalt thou say unto Joab, Let not this thing displease thee, for the sword devoureth one as well as another. Make thy battle more strong against the city, and overthrow it, and encourage thou him. And when the wife of Uriah heard that Uriah her husband was dead, she mourned for her husband. And when the mourning was past, David sent and fetched her to his house, and she became his wife, and bare him a son. But the thing that David had done displeased the Lord.
Oh,
snap.
I was not
He
expecting
done
that.
fucked up, David. Yeah, I know. I wasn't expecting either. I thought he'd be like, oh, a Hittite?
Oh, a Hittite? Who gives a shit? Fuck that guy.
But no, the Lord is not going to have it. That's good, though. I'm glad that David's going to get some comeuppance here.
Yeah,
I don't like this.
This is not good.
No. Sounds like he broke up a perfectly happy marriage.
Yeah, it did. That's never a good look.
No. Nor spying on women bathing from the rooftops.
Absolutely not.
David's a perv. Chapter 12. And the Lord sent Nathan unto David, and he came unto him, and said unto him, There were two men in one city, the one rich, and the other poor. The rich man had exceeding many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing, save one little ewe lamb, which he had bought and nourished up. And it grew up together with him, and with his children, and did eat of his own meat, and drank of his own cup, and lay in his bosom, and was unto him as a daughter. Lambs don't eat meat.
Where? Yeah.
It must just mean like meat, like dinner.
This whole section is weird. I thought we were gonna like go into what God was gonna be angry about.
Well, God's sending. He's laying down life lessons right now.
Mm.
He sent Nathan, who's given like a parable to David. He's like
laying down life lessons.
Yeah. And there came a traveler unto the rich man, and he spared to take of his own flock and of his own herd, to dress for the wayfaring man that was come unto him, but took the poor man's lamb, and dressed it for the man that was come to him. And David's anger was greatly kindled against the man, and he said unto Nathan,
As the Lord liveth, the man that hath done this thing shall surely die, and he shall restore the lamb fourfold, because he did this thing, and because he had no pity.
And Nathan said to David, Thou art the man. Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul, and I gave thee thy master's house, and thy master's wives unto thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto thee such and such things. Wherefore hast thou despised the commandment of the Lord to do evil in his sight? Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and hast taken his wife to be thy wife, and hast slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon. Oh, that was good. That was a good twist.
That was good.
That's you, motherfucker. You are the asshole.
I feel like David's feeling pretty embarrassed right now.
Yeah. He ought to be feeling pretty low. I like this Nathan's strategy here, though.
Uh-huh.
Some serious mom guilt. Now therefore the sword shall never depart from thine house, because thou hast despised me, and hast taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife. Thus saith the Lord,
Behold, I will raise up evil against thee out of thine own house, and I will take thy wives before thine eyes, and give them unto thy neighbor, and he shall lie with thy wives in the sight of this sun.
Oh, God's voice is loud today.
Oh yeah, sorry. He's a omnipresent deity. Nothing we can do about it. He's gonna make David watch his wives have sleep with other men. Okie dokie.
For thou didst it secretly, but I will do this thing before all Israel, and before the sun.
Ooh, during the daytime, too.
Yeah, during daytime in public.
It's not even a nighttime activity. Gonna have the lights on.
And David said unto Nathan,
I have sinned against the Lord.
And Nathan said unto David, The Lord also hath put away thy sin. Thou shalt not die. Howbeit, because by this deed thou hast given great occasion to the enemies of the Lord to blaspheme, the child also that is born unto thee shall surely die.
Oh, that
doesn't seem fair.
Poor guy. Poor lady.
Yeah. Nobody's considering... Did she even get a name? Is this just Uriah's wife? Maybe I just forgot it.
There's so many names.
Anyways, no one cares about her, apparently. And Nathan departed unto his house, and the Lord struck the child that Uriah's wife bare unto David, and it was very sick. David therefore besought God for the child, and David fasted and went in and lay all night upon the earth. And the elders of his house arose and went to him, and raised him up from the earth. But he would not, neither did he eat bread with them. And it came to pass on the 7th day that the child died. And the servants of David feared to tell him that the child was dead. For they said, Behold, while the child was yet alive, we spake unto him, and he would not hearken unto our voice. How will he then vex himself, if we tell him that the child is dead? But when David saw that his servants whispered, David perceived that the child was dead. Therefore David said unto his servants,
Is the child dead?
And they said, He is dead. Then David arose from the earth, and washed and anointed himself, and changed his apparel, and came into the house of the Lord, and worshipped. And he came unto his own house, and when he required, they set bread before him, and he did eat. Then said his servants unto him, What thing is this that thou hast done? Thou didst fast and weep for the child while it was alive. But when the child was dead, thou didst rise and eat bread. And he said,
While the child was yet alive, I fasted and wept. For I said, Who can tell whether God will be gracious to me, that the child may live? But now he is dead, wherefore should I fast? Can I bring him back again? I shall go to him, but he shall not return to me.
And David comforted Bathsheba. Oh, okay, Bathsheba was Uriah's wife. Okay. And David comforted Bathsheba, his wife, and went in unto her, and lay with her. And she bare a son, and he called his name Solomon. And the Lord loved him. Oh. I was wondering where this was going. Like, they mentioned, 11 wives of his and other children, and, didn't even a second.
So I guess since they conceived the child without, what's the word?
Murder?
Yeah. I guess now the Lord loves the baby, the new baby.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hated the previous baby.
Yeah, struck down the previous baby for no reason. New baby, all good. And he sent by the hand of Nathan the prophet, and he called his name Jedidiah, because of the Lord.
Wait, who was Solomon? Wait.
Solomon's the baby.
The baby. Who's the new person? Who's this guy?
And he sent by the hand of Nathan the prophet. Is he calling Nathan Jedidiah?
I don't know.
I think he's calling, I don't know if he's calling Solomon Jedidiah or Nathan Jedidiah. Maybe it'll clear it up. And Joab fought against Rabbah of the children of Ammon and took the royal city. Maybe just none of these sentences have anything to do with one another. And Joab sent messengers to David and said, I have fought against Rabbah, and have taken the city of waters. Now therefore gather the rest of the people together, and encamp against the city, and take it, lest I take the city, and it be called after my name. And David gathered all the people together, and went to Rabbah, and fought against it, and took it. And he took their king's crown from off his head, the weight whereof was a talent of gold, with the precious stones, and it was set upon David's head. And he brought forth the spoil of the city in great abundance. And he brought forth the people that were therein, and put them under saws, and under harrows of iron, and under axes of iron, and made them pass through the brick kiln. Oh, damn. And made them pass through the brick kiln. And thus did he unto all the cities of the children of Ammon. So David and all the people returned unto Jerusalem. Dang. So he chopped them up and burned them in ovens.
That's what it sounds like.
David has really turned a corner.
Yeah.
In this episode.
Yeah. I feel like we have a new writer.
Kind of feels that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so one thing to remember is that the Lord said, the sword will never depart your house, to David. So I'm guessing that just means he's going to be at war for the rest of his life.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I think it said you'll be struck down by someone from your own house. So do we think Solomon, when Solomon gets older, he's going to kill David?
Definitely. Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yeah. That's why the Lord loves Solomon.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, this is getting good.
We got some prophecies coming.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we got some prophecies laid down. I'm skimming ahead to see if we want to do one last chapter. Because we're at like 30 minutes, 34 minutes.
Yeah, we could do one more. It's probably 28 with cutting out all your burps.
I only had one burp. They don't even know about my burps. Because they've all been cut.
Are you banking them?
I'm getting some... Oh, I could just do a whole episode of just burps. From...
Turn it into jingle bells.
Some behind-the-scenes tidbits for the true fans that make it 34 minutes into Bible readings. Chapter 13. And it came to pass after this that Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister whose name was Tamar, and Amnon, the son of David, loved her.
Amnon loves his aunt?
Okay, starting over. It came to pass after this that Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister whose name was Tamar, and Amnon, the son of David, loved her. So I'm guessing these are Absalom is
half
the
sisters? Or I mean half siblings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird that why didn't it just say that Tamar was David's daughter? Instead it said it was David had a son who had a sister.
Well, David had a son that had a sister.
Yeah, David has a son that has a sister, and then he has another son that loves the sister.
Yeah, it would make more sense if he would put them like, and David's wife so and so had a daughter so and so, and then or had a wife. Did I say that right?
We definitely need like a Targaryen family tree here to keep up with this incest that's about to happen.
Yeah.
I'm glad we brought up Song of Ice and Fire at the beginning of this episode because it's getting real Game of Thronesy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we got prophecies. We got sons that are going to kill dads. We've got incest. It's going to be good.
Yeah, we're getting there. And all we need is dragons.
Oh my, what if there are dragons in the Bible?
There were unicorns and giants.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
There could be dragons coming up.
Could be. No one knows because nobody's read this far.
Yeah, we're the only ones that have gotten this far. That's hilarious. And Amnon was so vexed that he fell sick for his sister Tamar, for she was a virgin, and Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her. I don't even want to comment. No comment. Let's blast through it. But Amnon had a friend whose name was Jonadab, the son of Shimeah, David's brother.
His uncle?
He had a friend who was the son of... It was his cousin. He had a friend who was his first cousin.
The son of David's brother. Okay.
Yeah, and Jonadab was a very subtle man.
Oh.
This is like... We've like 3 sentences into chapter 13, and it is getting dark and weird.
Yeah.
And he said unto him, Why art thou, being the king's son, lean from day to day? Wilt thou not tell me?
What? What does that mean?
I think it means, why are you, considering that you're the king's son, being so sad every day? Or skinny day to day, lean day to day? I'm guessing he just mean like, why are you moping around? You're the king's son. Shouldn't you be happy?
Okay, this is what the cousin said to the...
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, because I love my stepsister.
Because I love my dad's brother's son's sister. And Amnon said unto him, I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister. Okay. And Jonadab said unto him, Lay thee down on thy bed, and make thyself sick, And when thy father cometh to see thee, say unto him, I pray thee, let my sister Tamar come and give me meat, and dress the meat in my sight, that I may see it, and eat it at her hand.
No.
So Amnon lay down and made himself sick. And when the king was come to see him, Amnon said unto the king, I pray thee, let Tamar my sister come, and make me a couple of cakes in my sight, that I may eat at her hand.
He's vegan. He doesn't want meat. He just wants bread.
Well, yeah, it's interesting. It's obvious that meat in here just means food.
Oh.
Which we still haven't seen Christspiracy. We really need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and we can watch it this weekend. Sometime. What do you think's gonna happen?
He's gonna try to manipulate her, and she's gonna fall for it.
Bummer. This is the first time he called her his sister. Funny how up until this point he's been trying to distance it so hard.
Yeah.
He's my brother's sister. Fucking gross. Then
Like
David.
kids these days that go, "You got me in trouble."
Yeah. Then David sent home to Tamar, saying, Go now, and do thy brother Amnon's house, and dress him meat. So Tamar went to her brother Amnon's house, and he was laid down. And she took flour and kneaded it, and made cakes in his sight, and did bake the cakes.
Interesting. They're just calling this meat, this bread meat.
Yep. It's kind of like how in England they called like meals tea. Like, I'm going to go have my tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening
That
here.
tricked me for a long time.
Oh, yeah, me too. I was like, damn, why are they drinking so much tea all the time?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they do that too, but... And she took a pan and poured them out before him, but he refused to eat. And Amnon said, Have out all men from me. And they went out, every man from him. I picture this just like some like cheesy 80s like montage where she's like sexily like baking bread. And he's like got like hearts coming out of his eyes watching her.
She's just doing it normal. She doesn't know what's going on yet.
Yeah, I know, but Amnon is being a weirdo.
Just like his dad.
Just like Dad, yeah. And Amnon said unto Tamar, Bring the meat into the chamber, that I may eat of thine hand. It's like
That's
it's
what-
like a Clockwork Orange at the end when he's like in a full body cast and the politicians coming to see him and he like can't do anything, so he's like manipulating the politician to feeding him, and he's just like opening his mouth like a bird. It's one of my favorite scenes in film history. And Tamar took the cakes which she had made and brought them into the chamber to Amnon her brother.
Nope.
And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her and said unto her, Come lie with me, my sister.
My God.
And she answered him, Nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this folly. And I, whither shall I cause my shame to go? And as for thee, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Israel. Now therefore, I pray thee, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee. Okay. Howbeit he would not hearken unto her voice, but being stronger than she, forced her and lay with her.
Oh.
Not good. Trigger warning, everybody. Then Amnon hated her exceedingly. So that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he had loved her. No, he hates himself because he knows he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Piece of shit. Evil motherfucker. And Amnon said unto her, Arise, be gone. And she said unto him, There is no cause. This evil in sending me away is greater than the other that thou didst unto me. But he would not hearken unto her. Okay. I think the first evil was greater.
Yeah.
Then he called his servant that ministered unto him, and said, Put now this woman out from me, and bolt the door after her.
But I guess she's saying, like, now not only have you done this to me, but you've completely ruined my reputation or my future at having any
Like, you're not even gonna,
spouse. Like, you're not even going to take responsibility for it. You're just
Yeah.
going to throw me out, and you've ruined my life because at this time, this is all women have.
I guess so. I mean, it's all bad.
Yeah.
I hope this guy gets put in the kiln. And she had a garment of divers colors upon her, for with such robes were the king's daughters that were virgins apparelled. Then his servant brought her out, and bolted the door after her. And Tamar put ashes on her head, and rent her garment of divers colors that was on her, and laid her hand upon her head, and went on crying. And Absalom her brother said unto her, Hath Amnon thy brother been with thee? But hold now thy peace, my sister, he is thy brother, regard not this thing. So Tamar remained desolate in her brother Absalom's house. But when King David heard of all these things,
Wait, he's like, it doesn't count. He's your brother?
yeah. That's fucking weird.
This is like some Duggar family crap.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm pretty sure I remember in Leviticus it going through like paragraphs and paragraphs about like you can't sleep with your mom's sister, you can't sleep with your mom's daughter, you can't sleep with your mom's daughter's aunt. Like it just like named every relation in a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure I remember that. God is not going to be happy. Sounds like David's not going to be happy. But
No, he's already on the fence with God. He knows this is going to push it over the edge.
Yeah. But when King David heard of all these things, he was very wroth. And Absalom spake unto his brother Amnon, neither good nor bad. For Absalom hated Amnon, because he had forced his sister Tamar. Didn't Absalom know? No, he didn't.
No, it was the cousin that knew.
Okay, yeah. And it came to pass after 2 full years that Absalom had sheep shearers in Baal Hazor, which is beside Ephraim. And Absalom invited all the king's sons. And Absalom came to the king and said, Behold now, thy servant hath sheep shearers. Let the king, I beseech thee, and his servants go with thy servant. And the king said to Absalom, Nay, my son, let us not all go now, lest we be chargeable unto thee. And he pressed him. Howbeit he would not go, but blessed him. Then said Absalom, If not, I pray thee, let my brother Amnon go with us. And the king said unto him, Why should he go with thee? But Absalom pressed him, that he let Amnon and all the king's sons go with him. Now Absalom had commanded his servants, saying, Mark ye now, when Amnon's heart is merry with wine, and when I say unto you, Smite Amnon, then kill him. I'm sorry. I just think it's funny. It's like, all right, here's the plan. When I say, kill him, you guys kill him. Fear not. Have not I commanded you? Be courageous and be valiant. And the servants of Absalom did unto Amnon as Absalom had commanded. Then all the king's sons arose, and every man gat him up upon his mule and fled. And it came to pass, while they were in the way, that tidings came to David, saying, Absalom hath slain all the king's sons, and there is not one of them left. That's not what happened.
No.
Okay. I guess the rumors traveled faster than the sons. And the king arose, and tare his garments, and lay on the earth, and all his servants stood by with their clothes rent. You'll see the king freaking out, so like, yeah, me too. And Jonadab, the son of Shimeah, David's brother, answered and said, Let not my lord suppose that they have slain all the young men of the king's sons, for Amnon only is dead. For by the appointment of Absalom this hath been determined from the day that he forced his sister Tamar. Now therefore let not my lord the king take this thing to heart, to think that all the king's sons are dead, for Amnon only is dead. But Absalom fled, and the young man that kept the watch lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there came much people by the way of the hillside behind him. And Jonadab said unto the king, Behold, the king's sons come, as thy servant said, so it is. And it came to pass, as soon as he had made an end of speaking, that behold, the king's sons came, and lifted up their voice, and wept. And the king also, and all his servants wept very sore. But Absalom fled, and went to Talmai, the son of Ammihud, king of Geshur, and David mourned for his son every day. So Absalom fled, and went to Geshur, and was there 3 years. And the soul of King David longed to go forth unto Absalom, for he was comforted concerning Amnon, seeing he was dead. Okay, so David, he doesn't give a crap about his stupid rapist son Amnon being killed. He's cool with that. He's like, but he's sad that Absalom has run away.
Okay.
That's what I got out of it.
I am not sure what I got out of it.
Because you weren't listening.
I was listening.
You're playing on your phone.
I was listening.
All right. Well, that's a good place to stop. I guess we'll figure out. Next time will probably be David trying to I don't know, track down Absalom.
If that's what you just read.
Yeah, that's what I read. And then I don't know. I'm ready for Solomon to show up and start. I guess he's got to grow up. He's just a baby right now.
Yeah.
But see, the only thing I really know about Solomon is King Solomon's Mines. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes, I have.
So I guess it's just like a mountain with some mines with all kinds of treasure. And I only know about that because of The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the Alan Moore graphic novel, where this like explorer, Alan Quatermain, who was what Indiana Jones was based off of, he was in the novel King Solomon's Mine.
So maybe we'll find a
So
dragon.
that's the only thing I know about Solomon.
Maybe we'll find a dragon down there.
That'd be cool. I don't think so, but it'd be cool. All right, stay dumb, everybody.
Stay dumb.
Bye.